For this video analysis, I'm going to compare Ben to Usain Bolt so we get a good idea of how he looks compared to the best in the world. I'm going to start off just playing them at more natural speed, even though Usain's is kind of slow motion, obviously. Then what we're going to do is we're going to break them down piece by piece, forward, okay, I'm going to put them on the same leg. Okay, first thing we're going to look at is their body position. You'll see that Usain is in alignment, meaning his head, his torso, and his hips are in alignment with a slight forward lean. Ben also looks pretty good in alignment, except he's leaned a little bit farther forward, but I really don't see it as a problem, so that looks pretty good. The next thing we're going to look at is their arm swing, and I want you to notice that as a good elite sprinter moves their arm forward and they get to the highest point, that their elbow is less than 90 degrees and their hand is close to their face, kind of at cheek level. Ben does a very similar thing, so that's really good also. And then when the arm travels backwards, it almost straightens out, comes up, and when it gets to the highest point, it's a little more than 90 degrees. Ben's, you can see, crosses his body a little bit, which would need to be corrected. But when he comes back, again, almost straight. Up, let me get there. But a little bit bent. It could open up a little bit, but this is a little trivial. So let's focus on the lower body now. Let's notice that when Usain's foot comes down, he's landing on the ball of his foot, or what we might want to call his toes, whereas Ben is landing on his heels here compared to Usain. Okay? The other thing that we want to look at is when that foot plants, a good sprinter, top-level sprinter, their knee, their opposite knee, is already in line with their lead foot. And Usain hasn't even put the weight on his foot yet. So right there, he's starting to put weight on his foot, and his opposite knee is already forward, whereas when Ben's leg is down, you can see that his knee, it's kind of far back, but his knee is behind him. That would need to be corrected. Also, Usain has already achieved butt kick, whereas Ben still has a long time before he's going to achieve that. Let me clear this. And then see if he ever does. And he gets somewhat close to butt kick, but notice that after Usain achieves butt kick, his leg keeps moving up to where it's almost parallel to the ground. I'm going to go backwards with Ben. He gets pretty good knee lift. Could be a little bit better. And you'll see that Usain starts to extend that forward leg to where it's almost straight. Ben's just comes down. Usain extends it, and then you can see that his foot starts traveling backwards, and when it hits the ground, it's actually moving in a backwards position, gets it underneath him, whereas Ben is landing with his foot out in front of him, which is sort of putting him in a braking pattern here. So that's kind of the main things that we're looking at. He has good positioning, good arms, but needs to work on getting a faster turnover on the back side of his running motion to get the legs turning over faster. If you look at the video, You'll see some of the drills that work on that. That should help. Thanks.